I've built up some good work habits over the last 7 years of my entrepreneurial adventures. The best of these habits is hyper focus on the things that matter most to my bottom line and the ability to ignore little things that crop up throughout the day, like getting a haircut, returning personal calls, heading to Lowe's to get salt for the water softener, and on and on and on. You can be a slave to these things, or you can save them all for a Saturday and just knock them all out at once. That's what I do, and it works. This is Chef Dan with Honesty Online Internet Marketing hors d'oeuvre number 115. These are bite-sized e-business money-making morsels served fresh daily in under 2 minutes. The title today is Copywriting for the Web. Start off with a big, big bang. The hors d'oeuvre for today applies to all sales copy, offline or online. If you're selling something on your website, it's even more important to dig deep into this simple concept and knock it out of the park. I'm talking about gaining a visitor's full undivided attention from the first sentence. Remember the famous line from Jerry Maguire, "You had me at hello." That's what you got to have on the web. People have their email clients up, their instant message software quivering in their taskbars, and 1,000 other little distractions that could whisk them away at any second. But if you grab them and make it almost impossible for them to stop reading, your sales conversions will soar. Start off with a bang. No need to shout at them or scream. This will accomplish the opposite goal in most cases. No matter how long you've been running your business, you can always improve your first paragraphs. Depending on how radically you change things, you may need to change your headline and body copy as well. But that's fine, as long as you test your new angle against your current copy. Here's what I do. I get a big blank notepad and a pen. I walk down to the local coffee joint. This gets my blood flowing and my mind sharp. I sit down with a coffee and I begin to think about the product or service I'm offering. And I begin to write from the initial thoughts in my brain directly onto the paper without any editing. I write a list of opening ideas for the first paragraph or two, part of my hook. First, I think about each of the biggest benefits of my product and how my market responds emotionally to each. I list out unique opening ideas for each of these, just one sentence apiece, not even a complete sentence sometimes, just the idea. Next, I think about everything I've gone through in my life, both past and present, and how it relates to what I'm offering. My emotional connection to the product or my business. Again, I just continue to write opening ideas as they come. Next, I think about how the product was created. What's the story behind it? Who created it? What's his or her story? I continue to write out each idea as it comes. Next, if it's an informational product, I go through it in detail and I look for fascinating facts related to the end goals of its use. If it's a physical product, I research how it is manufactured, how it was discovered, how it is made. In the end, I usually have at least 2 to 3 pages of opening ideas for my landing pages. I let it all gel in my brain overnight. Then, first thing the next morning, I think as deeply as possible about each of these ideas at the coffee shop. I let my mind run with these when possible, and I expand on each like a madman. I let my gut take over as well. If I get to one idea and nothing comes, and it really doesn't seem all that compelling or fascinating, I just cross it off and move on. This should narrow it down to the best 3 or 5 ideas, and most of the writing and idea work has already been done. Copy your existing landing page to a new page, plug in one of your new hooks, tweak the headline and body copy around it as applicable so it ties in perfectly, and set up a split test. If you've done this right, your new copy is probably going to win. It has for me every single time I've done this, and I've done it a lot, all at the coffee shop down the street. So what are you waiting for? This translates into a pay raise. And you don't even have to be a copywriting master to do this well, because you're using your own experiences and thoughts as they relate to what you sell. For a bunch of simpler, easier to implement website tweaks you can make to instantly increase your sales conversions, head over to honestyonline.com/gifts. Why not give yourself a pay raise today? I'll be back tomorrow. Eat up and profit.